students, once again a very hearty welcome to the English world of Aradhya. Myself Rashmin sir, teaching English to the students of 9 to 12 standard in English medium. Students, today we will take your first lesson from your second book, that is Supplementary Reader. The title of the lesson is The Summer of the Beautiful White Horse, written by William Saroyan. Students, if we look at this lesson, that setup of the lesson is not our area. I mean to say, it is not our India, or neither it is a European country, but it is Armenia. Now you might wonder where Armenia is. So Armenia's location, if we come to know about the location of Armenia, Turkey lies to its west. If you have heard the name of the country Turkey, then Georgia to its north, Azerbaijan to its east, and Iran to its south. So if you know any of these countries, you can exactly know where Armenia is. Okay. So here we come to know many characters. The main characters over here are Aram and Murad. Aram is the narrator of this lesson. He only narrates the entire story. He tells us many things about their own tribe, about the nature of the people over there, about the crazy people in their community. So all those things we come to know. The story revolves around one white horse. Okay. So when we read the story, we will come to know all those details. Here white horse is very much taken care by Murad. In the beginning only, Murad comes with the white horse early in the morning when the sun has not risen at 4 o'clock. Okay, and he wakes Aram through the window by knocking at the window of Aram's bedroom. And Aram is surprised because their community, their tribe is very poor. When we talk about the Geroglanian tribe, they belong to this Geroglanian tribe. And it is said that they are very poor. But their hallmark is what? Truth and honesty. So honesty has been their hallmark for about 11 centuries, 1100 years. They said when they were very rich in the world, very wealthy people in the world, that time also they were honest. And when they become very poor, they started suffering from miserable poverty, then also they were honest. So they were first proud, then honest, and then they thought about the right or wrong. So in that situation, you see Murad comes with a horse. So Aram is surprised. He thinks that Murad must have stolen it. Now according to the characteristics of the tribe, nobody will steal anything because they are all honest people. So how did he get that horse? One side, they are so poor that they cannot purchase a horse outright. Okay. Secondly, they hardly manage to get the 2 times meal. Okay. The elders in the family also don't know where they get the money to get 2 times meal. So students, in this situation, how will a person be able to buy a horse? So Aram is confused, but Murad, who is his cousin, he knows that Aram has a strong desire to ride a horse. Okay. Murad knows this for a long time, and that's why he comes to take Aram. In that state of mind only Aram goes, because he is very crazy, he is very much yearning for riding the horse. So he goes, but still those doubts are there. Then he tries to justify that stealing a horse is not a theft, is not called a stealing unless you offer to sell it. Okay, stealing a horse is not something like stealing something else. Okay, so like that arguments, through those arguments, he is just trying to justify Murad's act that he has not stolen the horse because he wants to take a ride on a horse. He does not know riding at all, while Murad is expert in all that. And it seems to Aram that Murad had been taking those rounds of this ride on the horse for many days. Okay, because he rides so smoothly, he has perfect control over the horse. Okay, then both of them first ride together, then they go for the individual ride. Now in individual ride, first Murad takes, he comes back safely, he doesn't have any problem. But when Aram just mounts on the horse does not move only. So Murad guides him. Then horse just kicks him off and he falls down from the horse. And then horse runs away. And it takes time for both of them, about half an hour, to find the horse. Now situation over here is, Murad has brought the horse and he should hide the horse before 6 in the morning, before anybody gets up in the entire community, because he doesn't want anybody to know that these people are having a horse. It means he has stolen somebody's horse and he doesn't want it, because if anybody comes to know, they will be scolded and they will be forced to return the horse from whom they have stolen. So that's why Murad and Aram both want to ride this horse for a few days. So that's why they are eager to go for a ride and come back soon, and before anybody gets up from the night sleep, they want to hide it. Okay, and then we come to know that Murad is a crazy person. He is very crazy about riding horse, and he is crazy about many other things that we will come to know in the lesson. But he is crazy in a positive sense. Then they talk about the other crazy members in their entire tribe. Another crazy member is Uncle Khusro, but he is crazy in a negative sense, students. Okay, even if some damage is done, he doesn't bother about that. Okay, and he is a hefty fellow, very strong, so he can harm anyone, he can silence anyone through his words, through his scolding. Okay, so all those things we will come to know in this story. Let me read out the lesson so that you can understand it in a better way. Okay, the summer of the beautiful white horse. This story is about two poor Armenian boys who belong to a tribe whose hallmarks are trust and honesty. Understood? One day, there in the good old days, when I was 9 and the world was full of every imaginable kind of magnificence, and life was still a delightful and mysterious dream, my cousin Murad, who was considered crazy by everybody who knew him except me, came to my house at 4 in the morning and woke me up tapping on the window of my room. So students, as I told you, the story begins with this particular action. Narrator over here, Aram, he goes into flashback and he narrates the story when he was 9 years of age. Okay, in those old good days, it is said that good old days, because that time he was a 9-year-old, he did not have any worry of the world. His parents were there to feed him. So like every children's life is what? Worryless. Sometimes the elders people feel what? Jealousy for these children. How freely they live and how tensed we are, because elders have to supply the needs of the family while children don't. So children live very free life. So he narrates one such incident of his past years. Now see, so that time the world to him looked like very full of magnificence, full of all the types of splendors. Okay, and their imaginations knew no border. Okay, they could have any type of imaginations because they did not have the worry of the world, and life was still a delightful and mysterious dream for them. They have not got the enough experience of the world. So it seems when they don't have enough experience, enough knowledge of the world, it seems that they are still living in their dream world. For them the life was like a dream. Okay, mysterious dream. What it has for them, they don't know. At greater age, what they will become, they don't know. Okay, at that time, my cousin Murad, so Murad is not his real brother but his cousin brother, who was considered crazy by everybody who knew him except me. So everybody normally considered Murad very crazy, but Aram did not, because Aram could identify his potential. Whatever potentials Murad had, Aram knew it. So that's why Aram did not consider him crazy. Others considered him crazy, but Aram did not. Okay, came to my house at 4 in the morning. Very early in the morning he came and woke me up tapping on the window of my room. Aram, he said. I jumped out of bed and looked out of the window. I couldn't believe what I saw. So in just one cry, in one shout only, Aram got up. So Aram was having a very light sleep. He was not a fast sleeper. He was a light sleeper. Light sleeper means मुर्गा नींद वाला. थोड़ा भी आवाज आएगा उठ जाएगा. So here Murad called him only once, Aram, and he got up. Okay, and looked out of the window. I couldn't believe what I saw. It wasn't morning yet, but it was summer, and with daybreak, not many minutes around the corner of the world, it was light enough for me to know I wasn't dreaming. Okay, here it is said that wasn't morning, means sun has not come out. People cannot see the sun, but then sun is still hidden, but some light comes. Through that light, in summer we can identify. The sun will come later. So that is called dawn. Okay, D-A-W-N. So he could, that's why some light was there, that's why he could see. And that's why he did not believe. What he saw Murad with a white horse. And that's what he did not believe. Okay, my cousin Murad was sitting on a beautiful white horse. I stuck my head out of the window and rubbed my eyes. Okay, he just took out his head from the window and rubbed his eyes, just to confirm whether he is seeing a dream or what. He is not seeing a dream, he is seeing the reality. Okay, yes, he said in Armenian, it's a horse, you are not dreaming, make it quick if you want to ride. These are the dialogues of Murad. Ki you are not dreaming, confirming. Murad is confirming. You are not dreaming. This is a horse. If you want to ride, make it quick. Come fast with me. Okay. I knew my cousin Murad enjoyed being alive more than anybody else who had ever fallen into the world by mistake. But this was more than even I could believe. Okay, because purchasing a horse or having a horse in a family or your personal horse, that is a big achievement for them. And that's why he says that I can say with surety now that Murad is enjoying his life the most than anybody else in the world, because he is having the horse, so he is taking the rides on it. Okay, and that's what I did not believe. और यही चीज़ मैं नहीं मान सकता कि उसके पास हॉर्स आया कहाँ से. In the first place, my earliest memories had been the memories of horses, and my first longings had been longings to ride. Okay, now he talks about himself. He also had the memories of the horses. He must have seen some people riding the horse. Right? So he also wanted to ride a horse. So his first yearning or longing, strong desire was to ride. This was the wonderful part. In the second place, we were poor. So if you are poor, how can you purchase a horse? So that's why he was not ready to believe. यार हम लोग इतने गरीब है तो ये हॉर्स कहाँ से लाया? Okay. We were poor, we had no money, our whole tribe was poverty stricken. Whole tribe was suffering from poverty. Every branch of the Geroglenian family was living in the most amazing and comical poverty in the world. Okay, here again they talk about this Geroglenian family, that is again a tribe of Armenia. Armenia की एक tribe है जिसका नाम है Geroglenian. Understood? So here they say that they were living in the most amazing and comical poverty in the world. Comical means very strange, very odd. Okay, nobody could understand where we ever got money enough to keep us with food in our bellies. Not even the old men of the family, as I told you in the introduction only. Even the elders in the family did not know how did they get money, from where did they get money to get their meal. Okay. We had been famous for our honesty. Most important of all, though we were famous for our honesty. So in spite of being poor, we were famous for our poverty. Sorry, we were famous for our honesty. We had been famous for our honesty for something like 11 centuries. I already mentioned over here. Okay, they were famous for their honesty for 11 centuries, though they were poor. Understood, students? Even when we had been the wealthiest family in what we like to think was the world. So even when they were the wealthiest community once upon a time, that time also they were honest. Now when they are poor, that time also they are honest. Okay. We were proud first, honest next, and after that we believed in right and wrong. So first of all they were proud, then students, they were honest, they were proud of their community. Okay, we say some of the people wear that sort of t-shirt, proud to be an Indian, proud to be a Pakistani, like those t-shirts we see during the match, when the match is going on. So here they were proud of their own community. Okay, so they were proud first, honest next, and then they thought of right or wrong. None of us would take advantage of anybody in the world, let alone steal. बराबर, ये स्टीलिंग छोड़ दो, उसके अलावा भी कोई भी हमारी कम्युनिटी का बंदा दूसरे बंदे का एडवांटेज नहीं लेगा. ओके, सो दैट मच ऑनेस्ट दे वर, दैट मच ट्रस्टवर्दी दे वर. ओके, consequently, even though I could see the horse so magnificent, even though I could smell it so lovely, even though I could hear it breathing so exciting, I couldn't believe the horse had anything to do with my cousin Murad, or with me, or with any of the other members of our family, asleep or awake, because I knew my cousin Murad couldn't have bought the horse, and if he couldn't have bought it, he must have stolen it, and I refused to believe he had stolen it. Okay, so here he is trying to justify his confusion. Ki horse has nothing to do with Murad, neither with me, or with none of our family members, none of our entire community people. Horse has nothing to do, because they are so poor they cannot even think of purchasing a horse. Okay, because they are famous, and secondly they are famous for honesty. So once Murad cannot buy a horse because he does not have money, they are so poor. Secondly, second side they say that no, they are the honest community. So that also he is not ready to believe that he has stolen it. But the chances are, if they don't have money, if they can't buy a horse, it means Murad must have stolen it. So that is the confusion going on in Aram's mind. Okay, I refuse to believe he had stolen it. एक साइड बोलते हैं कि उसके पास पैसा नहीं था इसलिए उसने ये चुराया ही होगा, दूसरी साइड बोलते हैं कि उनकी कम्युनिटी इतनी ऑनेस्ट है तो वो चुरा कैसे सकता है. So that's where the confusion goes on in Aram's mind. No member of the Garoglanian family could be a thief. This he can say with surety. Garoglanian family का कोई भी बंदा चोर नहीं होगा. Okay, I stared first at my cousin and then at the horse. Okay, I stared, means looked for a long time. There was a pious stillness, okay, very decent stillness and humor in each of them, which on one hand delighted me and on the other frightened me. So one side he was getting delighted by looking at the horse and Murad, and the other side it was also frightening him, because later on if they are caught for stealing the horse, not only Murad but Aram also would be blamed, because Aram is with Murad. तो बोले दोनों बच्चों ने मिलके चुराया है, ऐसा होगा. That's why he was frightened. Okay, Murad, I said, where did you steal this horse? Now his question you see, सीधे सीधा, because almost both of them are of same age, इसलिए वो सीधा पूछता है ये तुमने कहाँ से चुराया. See, where did you steal this horse? STEAL, यानी सीधा चुराया. Leap out of the window, he said, if you want to write. Murad is paying no attention to it. तुम्हें राइट करना है तो विंडो में से जम करके बाहर आ जाओ. Okay, it was true then he had stolen the horse. Here Aram feels that since he is not giving the answer, it means he must have stolen it. There was no question about it. He had come to invite me to ride or not as I chose. Well, it seemed to me stealing a horse for a ride was not the same thing as stealing something else. I told you in the beginning only कि then Aram and Murad both are trying to justify their act. Okay, they are trying to just say that stealing, this is not called stealing. They have taken the horse, they have not taken money of someone. If they have taken money of someone, then it is stealing. That way they are trying to justify. For all I knew, maybe it wasn't stealing at all. Okay, if you are crazy about honest horses the way my cousin Murad and I were, it wasn't stealing. This is the second argument. जिस तरह तुम कोई चीज के लिए पागल हो, या हॉर्स के लिए मैं और मुराद जैसे पागल है और वो हॉर्स लेके आया, तो इट इज नॉट कॉल्ड स्टीलिंग. They are trying to justify, but the reality is Murad has stolen the horse. It wouldn't become stealing until we offered to sell the horse. Okay, so हमने अभी बेचने की कहाँ बात की है, तो इसका मतलब कि हमने चुराया नहीं है. हम बेचे तब उसको चोरी मानते हैं. But students, you have taken with that intention or any other intention another's thing without asking them, without taking their permission. It is called stealing only. But here they are trying to justify. Okay, which of course I knew we would never do. तो हम कभी ये हॉर्स को सेलिंग करने के लिए नहीं ले जाएंगे. Okay, so students, here he is trying to justify the act of Murad of bringing the horse. Okay, let me put on some clothes, I said. All right, he said, in a but hurry. I leaped into my clothes, means he quickly put on the clothes. Okay, so students, we end over here for today. In my next video we will see the remaining lesson, how they used the horse, how they enjoyed the ride, what difficulty they found in hiding the horse. All those things we will see in my next video. Till that time, once again you go through this lesson and just enjoy the story. Have a nice day. Thank you.